Hello, my name is Brian Kem, and I've lived out of my Tesla Model Y for about a year. I'm going to give you a tour of my setup today. You're going to see the gear that I use. And first, an important note. I am 6 foot 3 inches tall, or that's about 190 centimeters. I might be close to 2 standard deviations taller than the average man. I mention this because one question I often get is how the heck do I sleep in a Tesla? My response? Quite comfortably. With the back seats down, I can lay out flat. I don't even have to move the front seats forward. This makes it a little easier to prop up my pillows. On top of that, I don't have to lay diagonally, but I do usually for a little extra room. There are 2 big reasons that I decided to buy and live out of a Tesla Model Y. The first reason is that it's a battery pack on wheels. For comfort and safety, I can keep the AC running all night long. Unlike a gas car, I don't have to worry about toxic fumes. And as an added bonus, Tesla's Biodefense Air Mode, it can help make it one of the safest places to be. This is a great feature when truck drivers roll coal at you, or more often wildfire smoke is an issue. The second big reason I bought an electric car is the extra space. Getting into my car living setup, the front trunk, it's great for extended camping trips or in my case, living in my Tesla. It's sectioned off from the main cabin. I keep my dirty laundry and shoes in here. This keeps the smell down in the main cabin. It's also great for my rock climbing gear. Living in a car is an amazing way to adventure, whether it's traveling to new climbing spots or really anywhere at any time. You can keep costs low and go and visit your friends and family that you haven't seen in a while, or travel and make some new friends. Or at times, take a break from society and just embrace some time out surrounded by nature. Diving into more of my gear, I have a simple setup overall. It's ironic that a few people living in vans, they've called me a minimalist. For sleeping, I have a light inflatable camping pad and a sleeping bag. I'll often have some extra blankets along as well. And it's really been more than enough. I've slept in my Tesla when it's gotten down to negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit, or that's roughly negative 26 degrees Celsius. This light sleeping gear, it's also good if I want to do some standard tent camping. I also always have a small tent with me, because this is an important note. Some campsites, they do not allow you to sleep in your car. So at times, I would set up my tent and sleep in my Tesla anyways. Hypothetically, of course. That brings me to another must-have for living in a Tesla. I have some window covers that make it easy to stealth car camp. To reduce the chance of people finding out that I'm sleeping in my car, I'll often get into the driver's seat, then I pop in the window covers. After a while, I'll just climb through the middle front seats to lay down for the night. This draws less attention than opening up the trunk because that gives a full view of the sleeping setup, and you never know who might be watching. This is my approach when sleeping in towns and cities, although I've preferred to find free car camping spots out in nature, such as the mini Forest Service roads. For most of my remaining gear and food, I keep it mostly in the back trunk and the back side compartments. Although I enjoy cooking, I do mainly stick to dry foods that keep well. I could probably go close to a month at times based on the food I have along. I also pick out healthy foods and fruit from grocery stores. Depending on the weather, apples and bananas, it might last up to half a week in my Tesla. In the main trunk, I have emergency and first aid kits. I also have some dry laundry sheets and plenty of other smaller items. I'll often keep liquids, such as shampoos, etc., in the bucket in the off chance that they leak or explode. As mentioned, I've gone through some extreme weather and also lived through 110 degree Fahrenheit days, or that's over 43 degrees Celsius. Elevation changes have an impact as well. On top of that, I do have some backup water in case I get stranded anywhere. Luckily, that hasn't happened yet. This is also a backup bucket, which I luckily also haven't had to use. Jumping into this lifestyle, I was a bit worried on this end, but it really wasn't hard to get used to timing when I drink liquids, etc. Alright, you've already seen the bulk of my car camping setup. I'll also usually keep clean clothing in plastic bags in the middle, along with a backpack with my computer and other gear. This really gives me easy access. If you have any questions about living in a Tesla and my setup, feel free to comment here. I'll be keeping a close eye on the comments. Also, thank you to Jimmy for letting me share my Tesla tour on this channel, Living in a Tesla. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And I'm guessing we'd both appreciate it if you'd tap the like button. You might find a link to my channel in the description as well, so feel free to check out my videos, and I hope to see you again soon.